Good morning. Ooh, awkward hand every time. You can leave that in if you want. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Gosh, I love being alive, and I love making this show every morning. We've got a bonkers list of info, news, and reports. I'm telling you all about a new Pikmin game. All right, we have a huge data mine showing that Nintendo is about to make Nintendo Switch Online better, and that Smash Bros. Warner Brothers fighter is real, and people have leaked insane stuff. Like, we have screenshot. So what's going on, everybody? It's Pikmin SwitchForce. I cannot wait to tell you about today's stuff. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoy the show, and let me know your take in the comments down below. Whew, this is gonna be fun. We kick it off with a new Pikmin title. Unfortunately, it's not Pikmin 4, although this makes me want Pikmin 4 so bad, because hearing the sweet sounds of the little Pikmin, it's just a magical moment. Pikmin Bloom is soft launching today in Singapore and Australia, and it'll be releasing worldwide very soon. This is the mobile Pikmin title that was hinted at a while back, now has an official title, Pikmin Bloom. It's brought to you by Niantic, the people that did Pokemon Go, and we got to see Miyamoto himself talk about why this game is special. And I gotta say, I love me some Shiggy. This dude is such a beacon of fun. When I met him in person, you could just tell he oozes like a Walt Disney type energy, where he's just so creative and just has a spark that, I don't know, not a lot of people really have. He is determined to make really cool stuff with his IP, and that's why he wanted to merge Pikmin with health. Now, on one hand, this is not the game we probably wanted for Pikmin, but I do believe that's coming, and I do believe the success of Pikmin Bloom will only help this franchise grow into a full game on Nintendo Switch. But Bloom is all about getting out there and walking, something that I think is really important. Like getting outside and just breathing in the fresh air, seeing the surroundings, it can definitely help your mental health. And that's something that's super important to me as somebody that's struggled with anxiety and depression for like a decade and a half now. All right, but getting outside is a great benefit, and now you can do it with Pikmin. You'll acquire Pikmin as you move through your streets or through the fields or wherever you go. You'll have them collect their different goodies, fruits, and the little circle things, and bring them back and unlock nectar and create flowers. Evolve your Pikmin and make the world a more beautiful place. In this game, it's not about competition or conquering gyms. It's about trying to bloom as many beautiful flowers and just fill the landscape with fun as you go. You, your friends, people you don't know, everyone working to build like this worldwide garden of Pikmin and flowers and fun. And yes, it's a very like cutesy, very innocent message, but I do like where they're going. I think the motive is on point, and I, again, believe that we are gonna get Pikmin 4, and I bet we see it in 2022. Write that one down. I think Pikmin ain't done yet. But let me know in the comments down below if you plan to grab Pikmin Bloom when it drops on mobile soon. And if you're in Singapore or Australia, I'd love to know if you've played it and how it is. Wowzer Bowser, the WB fighting game styled after Super Smash Bros. Is real. It's called Multiversus, and it must be coming soon, because we got the character select screen, or at least a portion of it. This is absolutely bananas. What started off as a random rumor on Reddit evolved into Jeff Grubb commenting and saying, yeah, it's real, and now somebody just leaked the screenshot of the characters. And if you're a fan of anything Warner Brothers does, this might actually be awesome. The character select screen shows Gandalf, as we described. It shows Batman, it shows Harley Quinn, it shows Shaggy. It also shows Steven Universe, characters from Adventure Time. We got freaking Rick from Rick and Morty. We even have Superman, Wonder Woman, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, and somebody nobody knows who it is. Now, if this game controls well and plays okay, if the online is where it needs to be, this could be one heck of a package. But if you are rising like a hot air balloon, I gotta pop it for a hot minute, because Jeff Grubb came in with some new info on this title and said that he's heard it's being made cheaply. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, what the budget would be like. We did see Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl succeed, albeit at a lower budget. That game's still pretty darn cool. But Grubby says that this one could be free to play, and that they're already planning DLC characters, one of which, you ready for this? One of which, and I felt like this was a fever dream, but it's not. One of which is LeBron James, because he was in Space Jam, made by Warner Brothers, which already had a bunch of different WB property in that film, and now they want to bring the king of the NBA to the Multiversus fighting game to duke it out with Scooby freaking Doo. If that's not absolute madness, I don't know what is. Seeing LeBron James tag out Finn from Adventure Time, that's something I never thought I'd see. Or laying the beat down on Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. I mean, Sakurai is probably feeling a little jealous. Like, he definitely has the better roster, but this is pretty cool. I just hope that the game turns out to be competent. If it ends up being something really basic, really boring, or it controls really crappy, has not so great graphics, I hope that their reduced budget isn't something that impedes this from still being a fun time with solid netcode. Frankly, I don't know why Warner Brothers wouldn't have gone all in on this, and if NetherRealm didn't want to do it, they're too busy with Mortal Kombat and Injustice, then give it to a really good team, pour money in, and you'll sell a ton. Especially if they do kind of decide to do this free-to-play style, selling the characters as packs and piecemeal. I know it's not our favorite way to acquire a game, but it would probably do really well with players around the world. Think about how excited kids get when a new Smash Bros. Character, think about how excited adults get when a new Smash Bros. Character is announced. And there's a lot of fans of Warner Brothers as well. Jeff Grubb also states that they plan to reveal these kind of Smash Bros. Style, and I'm here for new trailers for all these fun characters and to see how crazy they get with Warner Brothers' stable of pretty solid IP. Let me know if you want to play this game in the comments down below. Does the leaked character roster have you excited? I hope this one comes out soon and we can find out if it's worth our time, but fingers crossed over here, because I definitely want to see George Jetson duke it out with LeBron James. Now then, buckle up, because Nintendo might be hard at work at something we really want, which is a darn fix for Nintendo Switch Online and the expansion pack, which yesterday we detailed how it's kind of a disaster. But it seems like they at least have some plans to spice this thing up and polish what is pretty darn ugly at this point. I detailed all of the glitches and errors and issues. You can watch yesterday's video if you're interested in that. But today I want to talk about a big data mine that was found within the expansion pack that paves the way for 38 N64 games, 52 Sega Genesis games, and at least one more additional classic console. Now I'll put the screenshots on so you can see exactly what was data mined, but let's start with the N64. They have found listings for 38 titles, including games like Wave Race, Mario Party, and Super Smash Bros., which will honestly be fun. Playing OG 64 Smash Bros. With my friends online, if it works and doesn't have creepy audio lag, will be glorious. And I'm surprised they're gonna give us Mario Party eventually, because they're putting boards from Mario Party into Mario Party Superstars, but hey, sometimes you just wanna play the OG classic. I remember being at a 4th grade potluck and playing Mario Party 1 when it first released. That was magical. It also shows Majora's Mask, which we already knew about, Wave Race, which is very underrated, and slots for more games. 38 isn't a ton, but in terms of N64 titles, that's a healthy part of the bests of the best. Some spaces are empty and those will be filled, but you can kind of guess and figure out what it's gonna be because they are in alphabetical order and the data miners were working to kind of complete the list. On the Genesis side, seems like they got a lot more games. 52 is what's listed right now, including titles like Phantasy Star 4. And Emily Rogers chimed in and said she heard that Mega Man The Wily Wars, a game that isn't as readily available in North America, is also being added to the system. Now that's the really good news, is that a bunch more games are coming, and ones that fans I think will really enjoy. Take a peek at the list if you want to see more on the Genesis side. But the other side of this is we don't have release dates, right? They could be planning this for the next 4 years. Now I hope that's not the case, and I hope they're ready to roll ASAP, especially seeing the pushback against the initial launch. Like if Nintendo was planning on holding some of these till September 2022, I hope that they decide to push them out December 2021. I think adding games like Super Smash Bros., Paper Mario, Pokemon Snap, and Majora's Mask would go a long way to smoothing out some of this. It won't fix it all, and Nintendo really needs to get on patching their emulation so we don't have all of these glitches. And they also should probably add DLC. And they also should probably add another classic console, but this is a start. And speaking of another classic console, data miners found that the consoles currently on Switch Online are numbered. NES is 1, SNES is 2, N64 is 3, and Mega Drive/Genesis is 5. That leaves a suspicious gap for 4, and it's right next to a Nintendo console, making us believe that we are going to get another system soon. Now, is this Game Boy? Is this Game Boy Color? Is this Game Boy Advance? Is it one slot for all 3? I'm not so sure. One interesting idea I heard floated was to add Game Boy to the base package for Nintendo Switch Online and add Game Boy Advance to the expansion pack. Now, I'm all for that, especially if it means we get Game Boy Advance games on Switch. Those are some of the best titles that we have no way of playing on this system. Give me some Golden Sun, all right? Give me the Advance Wars until you release Advanced Wars Reboot Camp, of course. And by golly, find a way to get Boktai on this system so I can sit in the sun while I'm working on Pikmin Bloom and charge up my Konami character. Now look, we knew that Nintendo would be updating the service, but I hope that this points to them updating it soon. Time is of the essence here, and I need to know from you all in the comments down below if they upped the numbers to 38 on the N64 side, 52 on the Genesis side, and announced that they were bringing in another classic console, would you be more likely to pick this up? I've said for the longest time, Nintendo needs to plan, and they need to let us know their plans. Scheduling is super important, and if we know, we can prepare. But when we're left in the dark, it's just really difficult. Well, now you have the first glimpse of light because these things will happen. We just don't know when. I will keep you posted as soon as they drop. But I feel a bit better about Expansion Pack, knowing that they do have a lot of great titles coming to the service. I still think they need one more piece for the puzzle, whether that's like a special game, like something the equivalent of Tetris 99, but better, or more DLC, or frankly, both. I'll be waiting to see what they announce. I feel like they have to at least patch this stuff because we're seeing so many problems, missing fog, frame rate, lag, but I do like today's data mine, and I'm glad that it does alert us that Nintendo ain't done yet. I'm not done yet either, but you gotta forgive me, okay? I forgot to do the poll. I'm getting so messed up still on this West Coast time thing where I'm like, oh, it's time for the poll. Holy crap, it's 3 a.m. on the East Coast. So forgive me, but I thought I'd fill you in with a little short segment that maybe could become a special feature some days. Zach's SwitchForce movie reviews. I saw Dune, and goodness gracious, I am Dune-right excited that part 2 became official because I really enjoyed that movie. Well, I enjoyed the middle. I thought the beginning was a little confusing, and I was worried, but I loved the middle chunk, the lore, the characters, the world. It's really well developed and really exciting. I was totally intrigued to see this story all the way through, and I would have been happy if the movie was 4 hours long, but it just fell off a sand dune and ended. And I know the director said it's a complete movie, but that's rubbish. It is not a complete movie. It ends right when things are getting really interesting. And Zendaya's only on screen for a couple of seconds, and then she says, ta-ta till 2023. But man, I love the different houses, House Harkonnen with the blobby guy and the big pet spider you never really see, and Momoa and Brolin doing all their fighting with those super sick shields. The sound effects were on point, and I thought Timothy did a nice job in the lead role. So I am signed up for Dune Part 2, but if you watch Part 1, know that it truly is a Part 1. Like, it feels like it's chopped right in half of the story, and not even really a cliffhanger, just like, see you in 2 years. I really enjoyed it, but I'd probably give it like a 7.5 because it does feel so incomplete, and 2 years is a really long time to wait for an otherwise awesome story to see any sort of resolution. That was actually kind of fun. Maybe we can do that like once a week, because I do watch a lot of movies and TV shows, and I don't know, maybe putting a little pop culture in here would be kind of cool. Let me know your take in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you for being here and making me so happy. Like, I wake up with pep in my step and a smile on my face, knowing I get to talk to you all every day and talk about something I love, Nintendo. It feels so fine, and I have you to thank for that. So make sure you're all staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy, staying positive out there. And until next time, my friends, thank you for everything. Love you a lot. SwitchForce out.